Hi guys, everybody. This is episode 37. Yes,
Yeah, 37, I'm
of
pretty
the
sure.
Untitled Podcast. Today is the 5th of August, 2017. Hey, we finally got a date here. Yes, everybody.
Woo!
And this is Jeroz. I'm your host for this episode. And with me today, we have the usual suspects as usual. First, we have Baby. No, sorry. Grady. Say hi.
Hello.
Hey.
And we have Stooge.
Yo.
And Watari.
All right, hang on. I just want to say, Stooge, why did you say hey when we were introducing Grady?
Because Stooge is actually Grady.
It was a reaction. I'm Grady all along. No, it was a reaction to what Jeroz said the first time.
All right.
Anyway, this week we're gonna go. Like, we didn't have an episode last week because scheduling conflicts. So we have lots of news this week. But in the meantime, that was the intro.
Oh, right.
And
I got it.
And now we're gonna go. As you can hear, Limia wasn't here, and he's usually our news and weather and sports and traffic. So this time we have to do everything by ourselves. And there are a few news topics that have popped up within the last 2 weeks. First of all, Comic-Con happened. No, but that's not anime, so let's just skip over that. So let's see. Speaking of Comic-Con, we got Netflix, which has no relations to Comic-Con at all, but they recently announced 12 new series. They are sponsoring a lot of series, including Cannon Buster, which is the basic. Who cares? I'm just gonna read down the list. Cannon Busters, Devilman Crybaby, which is a remake and directed by Masaaki Yuasa, who directed Ping Pong before. Be the Beginning, formerly known as Perfect Bones. That was the old Netflix announcement with production IG, and just got renamed to Be the Beginning for some reason. Probably just for the meme, the letter B. Anyway.
Oh yeah, no.
And then Sword Guy.
The meme potential is too high.
Yes, Sword Guy in animation, AICO Incarnation, which is a sci-fi series, and the director Kazuya Murata. Last song. Basically, I'm just going down a lot of lists. Last song, which is nothing very significant about the stuff, really.
Well, all right.
And Knights of Zodiac, Senseiya. Senseiya's having another new series.
Oh, all right.
And Baki the Grappler.
It's gonna be like, all right, yep.
What are you talking about? The Senseiya?
Yeah, no, like Senseiya, is it gonna be a reboot, new season? What are they doing with it?
It's not said in the description yet, but 12 episodes by Toei.
Oh, okay.
So the usual stuff like Toei. I think Toei made the original ones as well, since they're old. And new Baki the Grappler, 2 core by TMS Entertainment.
What?
Yeah.
Wait, new Baki the Grappler show?
Yes.
Did that even ever have a show? Or?
I have no idea, but now there's gonna be one.
Yeah. I look forward to the nightmare-inducing faces.
Nightmare-inducing back muscles, man.
Oh yeah,
those back muscles are legit.
Right. Stooge, that's your homework. Right now, go and Google Grappler Baki.
Very well.
Okay. And Children of Wales, which is seemed to be a series by Jesse Staff.
Children of Wales.
Quick run.
Prince Charles's kids.
Maybe. But yeah, basically adaptation based on Abi Umeda's hit manga of the same name. So yeah, I'm not familiar with that, but they also funding also sponsoring Godzilla, so they now have the exclusive right, how they have Blame. So yeah, there are a lot of series. And then within that, they also announced Face Apocrypha and Kakegurui. Hey, they are releasing those two. Yay! In 2018.
Yeah,
wait,
2018.
Why did I Google Grappler Bucky?
Okay, wait, no, Stooge. So you're back from your quick search of Grappler Bucky?
Yes. Why did I Google this?
I just want your gut reaction.
It looks like it reminds me of JoJo.
Oh, well, okay, that's actually fair, I guess.
Then again, I haven't seen JoJo.
Well, it'll probably remind you of the first 3 arcs of JoJo, but we can get into that later.
Yeah.
Anything else from the news front?
Speaking of Netflix, Daisuke is dying. They just formally announced that they're gonna shut down by the October 31st, 11 a.m. Japanese Standard Time. Yeah.
I mean, I swear, I mean, I already know about Daisuke dying, but
Daisuke?
were they? I mean, were they even alive?
Kind of. Dude, I watched like
I've basically written them off as dead.
I watched like Shingeki like
Tetsuki?
last season on the Daisuke because they have like on the dot like Chinese subs on the dot. Like probably just like 5 minutes later.
Wow. Right.
Yeah, after the show finished, it was a short. After the show finished on the dot, basically Chinese sub. It's like holy shit. Yeah, it's gonna be sad because like they have all the Gundam in there. They have all like Bandai Namco stuff on there. So it's just like, yeah, gosh. And otherwise there are a few more announcements. Golden Kamui, which is a seinen manga depicting it's one of the best manga from like recent times, and it's basically a soldier in the wilderness with an Ainu girl. Japanese. Yeah, basically.
It's important to denote that it's the Hokkaido wilderness.
Yeah, and it looks fucking great.
Yeah.
And in the first chapter, they fight a bear. I would read the first chapter before I watched The Revenant, which made me so disappointed in The Revenant. So that's how good this manga is.
Oh yeah. Spoilers for The Revenant. He fights a fucking bear. So yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, oh, the bear.
This is Tekken 7?
Yes. Yes.
I see. Very well.
And Yuki Holder also got an anime adaptation, and also Time Bokan got a sequel.
Whew.
So many shows got sequel these days. Like so many like unknown shows got sequels now. It's like what the hell?
So
yeah.
Like, I'm glad we have the only fan of Time Bokan. Cheers.
It's funny. I look at the the Reddit, and the announcement thread is basically just one comment says, "Oh, but season 1 was so bad." ...
Did they announce?
Like I said, we have the only fan.
I think they announced the second season, like, basically at the end of the first season, though. So.
Yeah, I know, but it's just so funny. Just a reminder, anyway. And lastly, because we missed the last week's episode, but there was a Crunchyroll Twitch marathon event that happened last week, or the week before. Well, basically just right after our last episode came out, they started the marathon, basically. So we didn't have really time to talk about it. And yeah, and they stream a lot of shows. Basically, just think of like the Power Ranger marathon, the Bob Ross marathon on Twitch, but now it's anime.
Yeah.
And basically they stream.
Oh yeah, that thing.
Yeah, they stream a lot of shows. Mob Psycho, Free, Yuri on Ice, Roka no Yusha, Uza, Kemono Friends.
Ooh.
What else is there? Oh, Suka Suka as well. Joker Game as well. Yeah, they stream a lot of shows. Basically, the stuff on the Crunchyroll, they basically, like, it's not available for the Asian region because Crunchyroll doesn't have the license rights on those regions. So it's like, it's got hilarious. But yeah, it's basically the entire thing is just riots all around in the comment section. Like, people just spamming all the Twitch emotes across the board. And it was a crazy riot.
But I mean, to be fair, that's what Twitch is like 24 hours of the day, so...
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. I mean, when we were watching Kemono Friends, every single goddamn time Serval said Sugoi, Twitch chat would... Yeah, pretty much. You could imagine.
Yeah, speaking of which, yes, so me, Jeroz, and Stooge were basically hanging around during that time. I watched the whole thing, and of course the experience is as you'd expect with Twitch. But yeah, this one's particularly interesting because this was the first time Jeroz watched the show.
Mm.
So
Properly
I wanted
made
to
past
pick-
first episode, yes.
What?
I didn't finish the first episode, remember?
Oh yeah, that's right. So now that you've been essentially forced to finish the whole thing, what did you think?
It made me think of a lot of weird tangents. Okay, spoiler warnings for Kemono Friends. I'm gonna take another
Okay,
3-5 minutes just to talk about spoilers on Kemono Friends.
yes. Well, warn.
I
Be
was
warned, everyone.
yes. I'm probably gonna leave this thing until move this whole segment to the very end. So
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Moving on to other news, Kemono Friends' stage play has been released on Nico Video
Ooh.
for, I think it's 1,700 yen. You can watch it for a week. The DVD doesn't come out till the 29th of November, and I think it's around 6,000 yen. So it's a lot cheaper to watch it for a week, but you don't have the DVD that way. Then there was, did we announce that there was a second season announced?
I mean, I think there were always just very heavy implications, but no real concrete announcement yet.
Oh no, so in the 5th guidebook there was an announcement of the second season
of Kemono Friends.
Oh right, okay, so that's the official word on it.
Yep.
Okay. Yes, it is. All right. Okay. And while we're on the speaking of things being confirmed, Funimation has some excellent and great news. Well, in any case, the good news just keeps on happening as they announce a simul dub of the Emoji Movie.
Oh yeah, they
That's
got bought out
right.
by Sony as
All
well.
your
didn't they?
favorite talents, Vic Mignogna, I don't know how to fucking pronounce his name, but you know, that guy that you really like that dubs all your favorite characters, he's going to dub your favorite characters in the Emoji Movie, which is probably nobody, which means he's out of a job, which is good. Okay, sorry, I don't advocate anybody getting fired about anything. Also, I'm very benevolent about the sub versus dub anyway. But anyway, now that the Emoji Movie has been confirmed to be an anime, makes for a great transition into our actual topic for this week. What is anime?
Yes.
Who knows?
It's basically Chinese cartoon.
Well, yeah, I mean that's a meme. That's a joke. Like the old hats, the old heads, they know. Like that's always been the meme. Like, oh, what are you watching, son? Oh, you won't understand. They're Chinese cartoons. But I did that shittily, but that's the meme.
Yep.
But now, as the seasonal stuff comes out, there is actual Chinese productions that come out that are considered anime, but are actually Chinese cartoons. So it creates for this interesting discourse because
It's like,
just
where do you draw
what
the
are
line,
we-
right?
Yes, where are we? What are we going to classify as strictly anime, and just I don't know, anime inspired maybe, or is it just easier to classify everything as cartoons? I don't know. What does the panel
I think one good way to do it is we just go through what our individual definition is, and then I'm gonna give you some
good
key
idea.
series to see which way does the thing goes, whether it's anime or not anime for you. So
Yeah.
it might. Do you want to start Watari or?
Well, I guess. I mean, I opened up the can of worms. So, for example, I remember Manifest while they were still around. Rest in pieces. They one of the actual screening they do a few screenings in separate theaters and stuff. And I knew Avatar: The Last Airbender was one of them. And I think they did it to hype up the fact that they also had the Legend of Korra premiere happening as well. but and I think most people just sort of like like, oh yeah, that's an anime. But I'm like, no, it's not. Uh, Now, obviously, no one really kicked the fuss because I mean, who really cares in that sense? But this is something that I have seen a bit because, like, people are saying things like Teen Titans, yeah, Legend of Korra, like, that stuff is anime, and it's so clearly not. At the best, they're anime inspired, but okay. So I think all it boils down to me is if it's if it's created and produced in Japan, it counts. But then you get into other semantics. So I'll pass it on to Stooge.
Yeah, I've just been looking up like definitions, and some of them, like the Google definition, is like a style of Japanese film and television animation, so it's specifically Japanese in this case. But then I went on the Wikipedia. Oh, Wikipedia's written by other people, right? But
Yep.
it says the word is the abbreviated pronunciation of anime in Japanese, where this term references all animation.
Yes,
So
yes.
it's like, yeah. And then it goes on further to say outside Japan, anime is used to refer specifically to animation from Japan, which is
Yep.
also interesting.
Okay.
So
Like
apparently,
that. From a strict sense, I have used that as basically my is it anime or not definition.
yeah.
As
So it's like-
West, no, as people
Yeah.
outside of Japan calling something anime, then it must be that we're calling it like cartoons from Japan. That's anime.
Yeah, so it seems like from Japan's point of view, anime is all animation. But from our
Yes.
point of view, anime is specifically Japanese animation, according to
Yeah,
Wikipedia
yeah.
at least.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Which is interesting.
Yes, Frozen is
Right,
anime.
Grady. Okay. What?
Yeah, it is. Frozen.
Oh well, in
Cars?
Japan, it is anime.
Toy Story is my favorite anime, though.
Exactly. Okay, wait. All right. Grady, what do you think about this whole thing?
Yeah, it'd probably be like the kind of stuff I'd call the kind of stuff that people wouldn't be confused if I called anime. So, generally, if it airs on a Japanese TV station during the usual slots, might be a good option. But yeah, I think
Yeah. That might be like the actual real definition. It's like if it airs on Japanese television.
yeah, during certain slots, because stuff like SpongeBob and even TV
Yes.
dramas do as well. So
That's true, yeah.
there's certain slots and things like that where
So,
most
like,
stuff-
Tawawa is not anime because it doesn't air on TV.
Yeah, then we get into more semantics. Because what do you call the stuff that gets web broadcasted, right?
yeah.
Okay, I think most of us here agree that this is our definition of anime. It's like, oh yeah, it comes from Japan. It's kind of you can argue about the exceptions till the cows come home, but exceptions are just that, exceptions, because you just kind of know what anime is, but I guess it's not that simple either if
Yeah.
Avatar gets considered
Well,
anime.
you can generalize, but yeah.
So, okay.
Okay, do we consider Avatar as anime? I would say no, but anyone would say yes? Anyone here?
No.
I initially thought it was, but then it turns out it's Western, so I'd keep it.
Well, but no, but that kind of confusion is like perfectly natural. And I don't know. It's only come up in casual conversation for me once, where they're like, "Oh, you watch anime? Yeah, I love Avatar," and they said, and I didn't correct them because I don't know, I didn't want to end up being too like that guy, you know.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it was sort of like, really? So just what does get classified for anime these days? Kind of questions, you know?
Yeah. It does also, on the Wikipedia, it does continue on with, as a Japanese disseminated animation style, and then it goes on to characterize it, whatever, right? So, I guess that's where the confusion came in for me, is that Avatar: Last Airbender sort of. It looks like it, but
Yeah.
again,
It still has the Western.
yeah,
but-
it's like a
I feel like
yeah.
But then,
We get into one of these. It's not a line; it's a spectrum kind of things.
yeah, exactly.
like you said, like anime has
that
so,
other thing. It's like, yes.
anime has so many styles that when they say, okay, it's anime style, which style you're talking about? Arjun or Gochi Usa?
Yeah, exactly.
Or even what they call it,
jeez,
Aku no
like-
Hana. Is that the style you're talking about?
Yeah, true.
Oh my gosh.
Blood Sea,
Hang on. The fucking ping pong. Let's not
Sazae-san.
go too far. Like, the Yuasa style is as anti-anime as it gets, but I consider that anime.
Nyambo. Is Nyambo anime?
Yeah, I mean 3D CG stuff, you could argue
Yeah.
even, like.
Kemono Friends.
Yes! And maybe that's why there's so much pushback on CGI style anime, because people are like, oh, that's not anime.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of like the wider audience thought anime style is basically just the whole Avatar look, you know? The whole like Sword Art Online, like Fullmetal Alchemist, that type of look. They have a very similar look, like roughly similar compared to like
Yeah, that's true.
Arjun, what do you call it? Ping Pong, Kaiba, Kemo.
Yes, Kaiba.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Yeah, basically that type of stuff.
I mean, Tatami Galaxy. Yeah, Yuasa stuff.
So when someone say it looks
Um,
like anime, that's the type of style I think they're referring to. So when a Western show that looks kind of similar to that, they will say, oh, that looks like anime. So that's my thoughts as well.
Yes. I guess things that also kind of make the situation even more muddled are, the actual, American cartoons which get animated in Japan or by Japanese studios. Off the top of my head, like, I don't know if any of you have heard it, but there's Boondocks,
Yeah,
which is, I'm pretty sure, what is it? Is it Bones or Madhouse that did the animation for that? But
oh,
like, if you watched it, like, it just looks like an anime except put to an English dub. So, but it is an American cartoon, and Boondocks falls into that weird gray area, I guess, where I wouldn't call it anime, but if someone came in and said, like, that's anime, I'd probably be like, you have a point.
Oh wait, is that actually is that actually made by Madhouse? Because I'm not seeing anywhere in the credits.
Right. I'm just gonna I don't know if it's like I said. I wasn't certain which studio did it, but it was undoubtedly. Good gravy. Where is it?
I guess while you're looking for that, another
Yeah.
show, if you can call it that falls into that grey category of like, is it really anime? It's not really grey, it's sort of. But anyway, it's Ruby,
That's Rooster
That we-
Teeth.
yeah.
the one by Rooster Teeth. Yeah, it's, I don't know. I've seen like YouTube comments that was like considering it anime, and then it just delves into a whole shitfest of, oh no, it's American. It's as anime as Call of Duty, right? But it's because it's got that close art style.
Because it doesn't look like Steven Universe,
guess
it's called
sometimes.
anime. Am I right?
Yeah, pretty much.
Because
Yeah.
you can want to fuck those
I guess,
people.
I
That's
mean-
why it's anime. Am I right?
What? Fair
Uh,
enough.
I plead the fifth. Oh shit, we're not in America.
shit. Yeah, you have to confess.
Wrong country. Sorry about that.
But yeah, Watari, have you found it yet? Or
No, I guess I'll have to get back to you on that. But I'm almost certain Boondocks was animated by some sort of Japanese in-house studio. Or
okay,
something.
let me just throw another.
Or at the very least, the style is far too distinct for it to be anything else. At least in my opinion.
Okay, let me just throw example. Animatrix. A lot of those
right, yeah.
shorts are done
Yeah.
by like Madhouse or 4C. Studio 4C, that type of stuff.
That's true.
Would you call it anime?
Yes.
It is made by those studios.
Well, again, gray area. I can't call someone wrong because not only is it the style, it's the people that made the style. So, oh, geez. What is it? Afro Samurai is Bones, right? Was it?
I got something about the Boondocks stuff. If you
Okay, yeah.
yeah, so
Go for it.
So it was made by. It had some work by Dongwoo and Moi,
Mia?
which are both South Korean studios, but they're both owned
Oh,
by
really?
Madhouse, and Madhouse do a lot of their work.
Yep, okay, yep. Alright, that makes sense. Yep. I knew it was Madhouse. God, you look, if you watch a clip, you're gonna it's it's almost eerie. The first time ever I saw the clip, I'm like, what the fuck is this? Because like all the slang was very current. It was very clearly like just lampooning African American stereotypes very well with a dub that was honestly very good. But the animation style was so anime. It's yeah. Yeah. Gray
Afro
areas.
Samurai is by Gonzo, so
Yes. Okay, Gonzo. Yeah.
and
Right. Yeah.
the director Funimori Kisaki. I'm just reading through the wiki right now, and also Jamie Simon. So how much is there done by Japanese? And wait a second, has there only been 5 episodes?
For what? Afro Samurai?
Of which
Yeah,
No. Wait. I don't know.
I'm looking at wiki and just say 5 episodes.
Shit.
What the hell?
Well, that doesn't sound right to me. But okay. All right. So again, gray area. But in my mind, Afro Samurai has always been anime. So I don't know.
In my case, again, like this thing aired in what they call it, Fuji Television. So my initial thing probably wouldn't make sense here because like when I'm defining anime, I will put another definition into it with one exception. That's been Space Dandy. That is that the Japanese dub will have to be done there as the first thing during the production, in the sense that Japanese dub is not something that's been redubbed over the completed material like Ruby. Like Ruby was done in English, and then Japan bought it and then dubbed Japanese over it. Kind of like My Little Pony as well. But yeah, like if Japan dub voice over is like within the initial production, I would say that it is part of the criteria to define what is anime, because that basically means that it is intended for Japanese audience for there.
Yes.
So,
So I guess then, so it comes back to like, was on Japanese television, is intended for a Japanese audience first.
Yes. Space Dandy is weird because like Toonami has like aired the episode one day before Japan, so it's like, yeah, sure, I guess.
But and now we go back into those gray areas like Toonami, Adult Swim blocks, well, where like stuff like this sort of gets aired side by side. I mean, I guess Last Airbender was Nickelodeon, but yeah.
Okay,
geez.
let me just put out another argument from other people. They say that the production, they say that you can't say production anymore because anime got outsourced their production into like Korean or Southeast Asia places.
Oh yeah, no, I
and then
agree.
you have to realize that most of those people are basically secondary animators or in between animators. So in the sense that they don't really matter much into like the whole production thing. Like Madhouse, a lot of production IG, I think it's production IG or Madhouse. They sometimes have one series where you look at the credit and just all Korean names. It's like, what the fuck?
Yeah. And you'll be able to tell that they're Korean names because they're written like Romaji properly.
Yeah. So, but then
Oh.
like most of the time, if you look at the main director, main animator, they're mostly just like Japanese names still, but just like the secondary stuff, like the second team basically just got more like Korean people. So like the key people are still Japanese in this case. But yeah, I feel like we already skipped past the easy question as to is Castlevania is Castlevania anime, which is not, because it's basically
no.
the same idea as the Korra Avatar like type of like stuff where it's basically just the
Yeah.
the American studios making something that doesn't look like Steven Universe. Basically that.
Yeah. Oh, it doesn't look like Gumball or Adventure Time
Or Rick and Morty.
anime.
Yay.
Oh, gee, yeah, well.
Okay,
Camp.
another thing. If we're talking about production, let me just give you a little trivia that Polygon Pictures, the maker who made Sidonia and Arjun, yeah,
Yep.
Mm.
they made Star Wars: The Clone Wars,
Yep.
Yeah.
the 3D CGI Star Wars cartoon on America. Is that anime? Right? I mean, it's made in this Japanese
Yes.
studio.
No.
Yeah, so that's my point here. Yeah, that's another easy one.
But I wouldn't mind more anime like getting their style of 3D CGI. I thought it was a decent job at it.
Yeah,
Akunohana Season 2 3D CGI.
with MMD.
Would that be more or less of a shitstorm than the rotoscoping?
No. Rotoscoped 3D CGI.
Or maybe we'll have like the rotoscope fans and the CGI fans and people that just hate Akunohana all fight together and they're all perish together. And finally we can enjoy the series in peace.
Grady, you got anything else to say?
Sounds good.
I think it's probably fair that like a fair definition. I guess probably wouldn't be too I probably wouldn't correct anyone if they said something was anime that wasn't.
Yeah, I think that's all it really comes down to it, is it? Is it even worth correcting people when like they say or they claim to watch anime? God, I sound like such a fucking weeaboo saying shit. But I mean, I watch anime. I love Dragon Ball Z and Avatar. Like, do you go full like anti-normie mode and just go, no, it wasn't broadcast in Japan, so it doesn't count as anime. Also, etc.
Normies, get out.
So
That meme has so many variations during the Twitch stream. Holy shit, that was so fun.
Which one?
Free!
Oh yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Well, so yeah, I guess
Free!
I guess if you're not afraid of like if you have zero social grace, feel free to correct people.
Yeah. I guess
now that
basically
we've
in
defined
summary.
it once and for all.
Really, it probably comes down to the like how much you care about the like them knowing what you watch. So like if they're like, oh yeah, I enjoy One Piece and Naruto and Dragon Ball, if you want them to know that the stuff you watch is different, then that's probably like you might clear up exactly what you mean.
Yeah, man, I watch Boku no Pico.
Oh, is that any good?
Nice.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah.
I'm not too sure
But-
about that maniacal laughter, but I'll follow your recommendation.
But yeah, the reason why we have this like point is because we want to clarify what do we mean by like anime in the sense like why we didn't talk about Castlevania last time.
Well, yeah,
So-
yeah.
Yeah, because there
Um,
are lots of things that this is an anime podcast and we need to like clarify it first. I feel like
Oh, yeah.
37 episodes later.
Yeah. Let's.
That's
The
a good
first thing we
point.
clarify after.
But
37, yeah.
I guess at the end of the day, again, does it really super matter? Well, I guess in the sense of the podcast, yes. when you listen to Fighting Turtles Anime Podcast, you get quality reviews and opinions about stuff that was broadcast and produced in Japan for Japanese viewers first.
You say quality, yeah.
Here's a little thing of like, here's another example. Okay. Sento no Nayami.
Yeah.
If you look at the credits, the first one is the Chinese animation production name for the animation production. You know how when you look at who the studio is, you look at animation production is this studio. In the first one, it says the Chinese name. Yeah?
All right.
And the second line, it says animation production assistance is Encourage Film, who made Etotama back in 2 years ago. Yeah. So, but then you look at the producer, the first name is Chinese, but the rest is all Japanese. If you look at all the key staff members, they are all Japanese. But the fact that in Anime News Network, they're gonna list the main studio is the Chinese studio. So, is this anime?
Yes.
So easy.
Fair
right?
enough.
All right. Ah, jeez.
What about
It
Inferno?
becomes easy when you're really into it. I don't know. It's easier to be done than explained. At least that's how I think of it. I mean, like Centaur no Nanaya.
That.
Nayami.
The thing, a fucking Centaur anime, is easy because it's adapted from a Japanese manga. It's created in Japan. It is broadcasted during the anime time slot area. So, yeah, but again, like, it seems like a no-brainer, but I guess not.
Yeah. Also, there are several like Marvel Madhouse like series. Like there are 4 of them back in like 10 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this season as well.
Yeah. Which?
The muffin.
Oh yeah, Reflection. What the fuck was that about?
Ooh.
The Reflection. But yeah, I'm gonna talk about it because like they made like Wolverine, Blade, Iron Man, and X-Men, I think.
Yeah.
And the art style looks Americanized, basically Marvel Americanized Madhouse, the type of stuff. And yeah, and Stanley made appearance. No, wait, Stanley made appearance in Hero Man.
Well, yeah.
Hero
That
Man.
was his baby. It was like Excelsior. I'm gonna make one of those Japanese animes with my superheroes. You know. I don't know if that was a good Stan Lee impression or not.
Yeah, that's okay. Yeah.
Yeah, but those things I would still call them anime because of the criteria we set out, made in Japan for Japanese audience, and yeah, basically.
Well, Hero Man, yes, that's like, duh. Of course, it's anime.
Yeah.
But
So are we going
not
with that
simple
it's
at all.
specifically Japanese, or
I think the hardest, like, the thing that trips you up if you go with the, like, made in Japan for a Japanese audience, but not too much. Like, I think that's still fine, but, a lot of the, I think pre-Tezuka, so, like, pre-Astro Boy stuff, a lot of it looks very Disney. So,
Yeah.
like, yeah, it was probably originally inspired by Disney. But yeah, I think you still probably wouldn't, like, even though they look almost exactly the same in style, you probably wouldn't, dispute that the old anime is still anime, even though it looks the same as Western animation at that time.
Yeah. Then I guess it's important to specify the time period in which the show came from as well.
yes?
Well,
Yeah, like I think the like made in Japan for a Japanese audience works pretty well, or at
Well,
least
yeah,
made
again,
for a
okay.
Japanese audience.
I think I pretty much started a discussion of this, but of course exceptions exist to the rule. Like, this is why you set the rule, and then there are exceptions to it. So you have all this Marvel created stuff. Of course, they kind of fall into a gray area. And then you have stuff which is clearly produced by like actual Japanese studios and such. And, you know, those are in gray areas. Afro Samurai is a gray area. At the end of the day, with the way it's just become integrated into popular culture, I think I will stand by like my own rule here, where anime is produced in Japan, intended for Japanese audience.
One last example.
All right.
Do you guys have anything, or can I just go into my last example now?
I'm done
Go
with
ahead.
my spiel.
Okay. Anyone of you remember the song by Linkin Park, Rest in Peace Chester? Breaking the Habit.
Oh yeah, I remember because you linked it.
Yes. The music video was done by Gonzo, if I remember correctly.
All right,
And
yeah.
everything about that video is done in Japan, and possibly for global audience, which include Japan as well.
Yeah.
So, would you call it anime?
All right. Then I posit this question: is that Madian music video? Is that anime?
Exactly. Exactly. That's what I'm gonna lead into.
Shelter.
Yes.
Yeah. So, while we're here, I think music videos fall under a different category entirely for me.
Yeah, kind
It
of.
seems arbitrary and weird, doesn't it? But I mean, I don't know.
Yeah, like Daft Punk.
Anime is anime. Anime is I don't know. The fucking near half-hour cartoons produced in Japan for Japanese audiences post Tezuka. That's anime.
Yeah.
Is Me anime?
All right, now you fucked me up. Well, I mean, look, if I say Me is an anime, then a Break the Habit video is anime, and Shelter is an anime.
What about Cory in the House? It's an anime, right?
Well, duh. Look, haven't I made this clear already? Like, if you know it's an anime, then you know, man.
Of course. You're right.
But let's not forget, like, you know, Cory in the House. That's spin-off shit, you know. Like, people are forgetting the real deal. That's So Raven. Now that's the top anime, and I won't accept any other substitutes.
Very well.
Right. Is it okay? Shall we move on into the corner?
Is it that time of
Speaking
week
of
again?
knowing it's anime,
Right, I'll just move into the corner.
Yeah, we're in the corner
I
now.
get it. Literally in the corner.
I'm speaking from the corner of my room.
So am I. But yeah. Oh, are we doing that? Alright.
Hang on, I'm coming back. All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Okay. let's cue a corner
Cue
intro before I do my stupid jokes.
that is so shit. Oh my god, you should be ashamed of yourself.
That's great. I gotta figure out what I gotta say. Oh shit. Alright.
So, Stooge's Corner is basically where we have the newest guy, Stooge, onto the show, where he will have to watch one show every episode and present it to us, and we rank him to decide whether we need to fire him or not and replace him with another new guy. So far he survived.
Hang on.
I've done well.
All right. I will also explain the rules. We have a special lever, which we are ready to pull at any time, and when we pull it, an unfortunate, cruel, but also very hilarious punishment will befall upon him. All right, Stooge,
Interesting.
all yours.
Alright. I got a lot of pressure on me now. This week I watched. I didn't watch Tiger and Bunny again. No, that's not anime.
all
No,
right.
wait.
At this point, you probably don't even need to watch it anymore ever. Like that's that's the joke.
Fair enough. Give me 12 weeks and maybe I'll consider it.
So is it like the new meme where you didn't finish Steelball Run?
No, I killed that meme though because I finally finished it. Okay, go on, Stooge.
Alright. This week I watched Nichijou, but the one for the boys.
Ooh, you watched Nichibros?
That's the one. Danshi Koukousei no
Ooh.
Nichijou. That one.
All right. Lay it on me.
Well, it's definitely a style. It's oh man, wow, what a great style.
Explain the premise.
So, it's just as the title says, daily lives of high school boys. It's it literally just goes through the daily life of a high school boy, but it does it in the style of the Nichijou, which I mentioned previously, but that Nichijou is for girls, and essentially the basis is it's supposed to go through their daily lives, but in reality it goes through a whole bunch of scenarios that you never really think would actually happen.
Well,
And it just...
But Stooge, is it about the high school boys?
Is it? I mean, there's also the spin-off, which is High School Girls Are Funky. But, yeah, no, it's
which are probably the best parts of the show.
Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Yeah, I guess a lot of the comedy as well does come from the references, of course. It's like any other show, it's got fucking tons of references to literally everything.
Yeah, I mean, it also doesn't help that, like, the main voice actors are Gintama voice actors, but do go on.
Yeah, true. Yeah, I mean...
And also the director is from Gintama as well.
Yep. We have the perfect stew here.
Yeah, pretty much. You got each of your groups of high school boys and girls. You have the main three, Hidenori and Tadakuni and the other one, and it's the blonde one. But yeah, that's as an example of the group. They've also got the student council, that group, and then the student council of the girls' school. Wait, what? There's girls in a high school boys anime? What the fuck? But yes,
right.
there's.
As an addendum, because you probably didn't quite catch it, which is perfectly fine. I didn't either. But yeah, Danshi Koukousei no Nichijou, like, it's very specific to, like, all boys high school boys. Daily
that's
lives.
true. Yeah, all the boys are specifically in an all-boys high school. And same with the girls as well. I did find there are a lot of memes within the student council, specifically referring to the president. Basically, his role in the student council is to do fucking nothing.
Yes.
Which is, it sounds oddly familiar to a certain other president that I'm well aware of.
Was that a self-kick, or...?
Let's just say it rings true. Also a note, some of the, whenever they wanted to make known that a character was not known, like, they would cover their face completely. But as in, except for the mouth, just like their eyes were faded out, which is interesting, and it's one way to do it, I guess.
It is an interesting way. I know this is specifically for some of the sisters or other side characters as well.
Yeah, Tarakuni's sister does that, like in the opening and throughout the show.
Tarakuni no imoto!
Orero no wa Jack!
Oh, fuck, I love this show so much. Alright, let's keep going.
Yeah, like, there are references to RPGs, and Dragon Quest was one of them. They do a whole quest where they introduce like 7 or 8 or probably 12 actually characters.
We can sit here all day and discuss every single skit and fucking fantastic thing they did, even better than Nichijou. But let's go straight to the verdict. Stooge, what did you think?
I mean, I recommend it. Definitely, give it a watch, because it's if you like the Nichijou, then you'll like the Nichijou that comes up when you're trying to look for Nichijou, but you get this instead.
I'd argue that this is more Nichijou than Nichijou.
Yeah, that's true. Because in Nichijou, the situations.
Look.
Yeah.
Even if some of the scenarios are ridiculous, it's all grounded.
Yeah, exactly right. Like a lot of the scenes relate to their inner thoughts on the matter, specifically with the literary girl, for example.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just thoughts that you'd never really have, but they're there for a comedic effect, I guess. But
Yeah.
the ending, probably the best ending known to man in existence.
Yeah.
But
it is a pretty good ending.
I did actually go into it thinking there'd probably be a bit more fan service than I thought there would be. No, wait.
By the way, guys, speaking of the endings, it initially wasn't an ending chosen. Initially, like the proper ending was by Amesaki Ananin, the Ohisama one. Yeah, the new ending.
Ohisama, yeah.
Yeah. Initially, it was supposed to be a song done by Jinkaku Radio, but it was taken down after the lead singer of the band posted a picture of Horia Yui in his blog and insulted her. So the studio basically just go, nope, we're not sponsoring you, we're not putting you up there, we're gonna change the ED.
Oh, alright.
Huh.
Is
Fair
that what
enough.
happened? Spicy.
Yeah.
Alright.
There you go. It was a bit annoying actually throughout the show that the eye catch happened about 5 times in each episode.
Yeah. Well, they need to do it to split up all the skits because yeah.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Yeah, but I give it an 8.
Yeah.
Watch it.
And give it an 8 like every fucking else in this whole entire world.
Yeah. Just us,
One-
Nick. I mean,
One last trivia: the manga that this show adapted from was drawn by the guy who used to make a lot of Toho doujins, just the hilarious ones.
Oh right.
And he finished his
Okay.
manga just to go back to Toho again.
Interesting you bring up this piece of trivia because I agree that this is most likely the guy, but it's still relatively unconfirmed. Or at the very least, Bomber Great was the name of the Toho Dojin person that they claim to have done it, hasn't really said anything. But, if you compare some of his character designs with Toho Dojins, it's very clear that it's him. Yeah, I'll link it to you later, Stooge. In fact, I'll link it in the whenever we decide to release this episode, because it is like you'll know that.
yeah. Fair
In
enough.
fact, the whole style of humor is very much the same as well. At least that's how I think. Over the top
I guess
and
it
yet
also-
somewhat grounded within the universe. But yeah, that's my 2 cents. It's better than Nichijou.
Confirmed.
It's not lol random humor.
XD.
I am a man of taste. Except for normies.
Re.
Son of a!
But yeah, we're gonna move the Kemono Friends to after the end credits. So those who still want to hear my thoughts about Kemono Friends, just stay around after the ending outro, which is gonna happen very soon. But before that, we're gonna add another new segment. So because in the previous episode we just go, oh hi, Stooge, talk about the show, and oh yeah, by the way, Stooge, you survived this round. You still have to do another one next time.
Oh wait.
Yeah. So, anything you're hyped about that you're looking for in terms of anime this week? I'm just gonna go around the table. So, let me just start. Golden Kamui is really, I'm really excited about the Golden Kamui adaptation coming out afterwards. And this is one of the manga that I really like, despite only read 1 chapter and I just forgot about it. But yeah, it is one of the high quality manga that has won awards, so I'm really interested to see how it goes in terms of animation, because it can be a good blend between like all the fantasy adventure shows with a bit of oriental twist. So, anyone else got anything you want to talk about before the show is over?
Go on, Greg.
I guess the
Stooge.
other news that I missed but was trying to remember. Kemono Friends is re-airing in a morning slot. I think it was a 7:30 morning slot from memory, but that's pretty
Did
cool.
someone say Kemono Friends? Alright, I'm back.
Tano, she.
But yeah,
Oh,
yeah. So that should be cool. It'll be interesting to see if it takes off there as well.
Well, I mean, I don't know. The lake episode may be too spicy for kids. There's one particular moment I'm thinking of. Yeah.
The onsen.
I
No!
guess.
The onsen is actually very surprisingly innocent, all things considered. Also, friends can get naked? What?
Spoilers.
What a twist! That's probably like my favorite twist of all fiction.
Wait, if you think about it, it kind of like foreshadow another twist later on.
Are they?
We don't know yet. So, Stooge, anything you're excited
jeez.
about?
Well, I did just have a look on AnyChart at what's airing next season, and Kekai Sensen Season 2 looks pretty good. Also,
Well,
note,
I mean, as long as the twins don't show up again, I'll be happy.
fair enough. Less plot, more humor. Also,
yes, please.
Season 4 of Wicross.
You
That should
know,
be good.
Wicross is going the way of Yu-Gi-Oh. They're
What, it's too
casting
long?
the pot of seasons. It allows you to extend 2 seasons of your show.
And place them into your hand.
No, place them on your TV. Come on, I was doing a whole flavor bit there.
Place them onto your mouth. I mean, what?
What? What does pot of seasons do?
Yeah, so,
Okay.
Watari, anything else? Finish it off.
I'm done. I think.
He's done with anime.
Well,
He's gonna
yeah,
go
I
back
mean,
and watch, like,
I-
Samurai.
I haven't even watched the episode 3 of Thingy yet.
Chia fruits.
Thingy.
Yes.
Oh, man, you should watch it, seriously.
Mom, I don't wanna.
And on that bombshell.
Eat your vegetables.
No.
Eat your fucking fruit.
Oh, man,
Chief,
no.
oh, I get it.
Yes.
Okay. Can we cut off
Anyway,
now?
so that is episode 37. We're gonna have, as I said before, we're gonna have my impression of and review, quote unquote, of Kemono Friends after the outro. And with that, let's go! Like, I'm aware of the hype. I'm aware of the hype going in. That's why initially I thought I'm not gonna watch it until next year. But because of this thing happening, I thought it might be a better place for me to watch it with other people at the same time. And just to see, maybe the crowds might hype me up to offset the whole toe popping syndrome. Like, you know how, like, when
Oh, yeah.
something's overhyped, you just, oh, nah, it can't be that good. So, like, the Twitch chat, although it's chaotic as ever, you can't have any meaningful discussions, it creates a great atmosphere for group watch. And yeah, that's why I thought, like, it's probably a good time to join that. On thoughts of that, the villain's not that good.
What?
You know what I mean?
The what?
The villain. The final boss.
Oh, well, yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
The
the
Cerulean, right?
The Ceruleans are more or less always more there for the convenience of the plot.
Yeah.
I'm willing to admit this.
I feel like, because probably I got spoiled of what happened in the final episode, so there wasn't any tense atmosphere going on in the last, going to the final episode.
Oh my god. I mean, if we're going about the spoilers, actually, like, the first time spoilers are ruining shit for me. I read some spoilers for episode 11, purely by accident. And it's like, oh, a rip Kaban, or something like that. It was just some stupid shit, but I was like, the whole day, I was stressed out. I was like, holy fuck, really? Like, how could... I was asking people around, I was making sure, because I couldn't watch it yet, I was at work. It was fucking agony.
Yeah.
But then I watched the episode, and the payoff just wasn't as big. Like, that's my only regret. Like, since then, I've been careful either to, avoid spoilers entirely, or just make sure I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Like, you know how when lots of people talk about Kemono Friends, they talk about the two aspects of the show. First, the whole introduction, like new gacha characters coming through. They introduce two gacha characters every 2 episodes, and then just like, yeah,
Basically.
yeah. And then the other half is oh my god, post-apocalyptic, the cerulean shit. And it's like,
Millions dead.
yeah, millions dead, billions dead. That was actually a meme during the Twitch chat.
Oh yeah, it was.
Every single time when the ED plays after episode 4, people spam billions are dead. Yeah.
Billions of dead with the dancing emoji.
Yeah.
Soda please.
Like, the first part of the whole gacha characters, I feel like it's fine. It was not really too exciting. Like, it was weird because when I watched the last 2 episodes, I realized something. I didn't really care about Serval at all.
That's, yeah.
I'm not too sure whether it's because I'm more interested in the other characters, Shubio, or maybe not, but it's just like, I don't feel really like invested into like Serval much for some reason. Because, I don't know, it just like doesn't really grab me until, so probably that's why the finale doesn't really grab me. But until episode 10, like I left the Twitch chat after episode 10 because I have to sleep, because I was really tired at that time. And I remember talking to you, Watari, about like how like I don't feel the post-apocalyptic like stuff yet, even by episode 10. It was still always in the background, not really visited.
Honestly, the only reason I feel that it ever was noticeable was because it's pretty much jarring in contrast to the actual mood of every episode. So like every episode's far too slice of lifely and cheery for there to be any sort of innate darkness. So the very fact that it's set in a place which is very highly reminiscent of post-apocalyptic settings, it's just a mood whiplash type thing, in my opinion.
I'm gonna draw a really bad comparison about why I realized in the final episodes. It feels like there are so many animatronics instead of friends. You know, the whole like abandoned amusement park.
That's probably the bad CGI getting to you.
Yeah, it feels like abandoned amusement park, and then all the animatronics roaming around, but instead of trying to kill you, they're actually not gonna eat you. That type of stuff. I just feel like that thing is like, I feel like that type of thing, like setting has been done in several like horror games before, so it's like, maybe I'm going to it already knowing it is a post-apocalyptic setting, so it doesn't go. I don't have to ease in from the like slice of life stuff, but like from the other side, it just doesn't really work. Like, because I'm looking for other stuff that's more than just post-apocalyptic. So, like, it is still a positive viewing experience. I wouldn't put it as high because, like, my expectations was so different from what I actually got.
Oh, I know. I mean, the Kemono Friends was very kind of right place at the right time, while also having just enough hype build-up. Because, if it just relied on the dark elements, I doubt I'd be this hyped about a potential second season. The only reason I want a second season is because I want to continue the adventure, which is exactly the hook that they bring in the absolute last moments of the episode, where they're on the boat, Serval's already coming along, and they've already bumped into a new friend. Who's the new friend? I want to know. It's... It really is kind of bewildering.
This is why, like, if I want to talk about this show, I would not mention the post-apocalyptic thing at all.
Man.
Because it just built up a false expectation of what the show is supposed to be about and why the show is so well liked by many people.
Oh boy, don't even get me started, because the now followers are like, oh my god, post-apocalyptic is just fucking out there shouting them out. And I'm like, can you not?
Yeah.
Don't, because... The only reason it stands out is because, again, it's not the point. it stands out because the show is just fun, but there's these moments, and as a result, that's all people can think about. And I mean, that's all I would think about. But at the same time, I was like, well, at least the other stuff was fun. So, yeah.
Yeah, like I found it was really enjoyable because of all the animal characters and seeing how they interacted.
Yeah.
And how they translated all their personalities and things like that into
Oh, absolutely.
characters.
Like, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure the lake area episode is my favorite episode. And I think it encompasses everything I like about the show. It's about the Kaba and Serval relationship and them meeting with friends and trying to solve their problems. And the problems aren't even related to the setting. It's just within the scope of the episode.
200 IQ.
Yeah, no,
Million
exactly.
IQ. Yeah.
It's I mean, like, either the lake episode or the haunted lodge episode.
Yeah.
The audio logs are
Both
good.
of those are very strong contenders for my favorite episodes. Like, haunted lodge is probably the actual real, like, that's the Kemono Friends in the nutshell, because it has like the fun stuff, the funny stuff, but also kind of that dark kind of draft as well. So yeah.
Okay, so before I leave, I'm just gonna say 3 more things.
Yes.
Firstly,
Go for it.
One, you can kind of say that this is a mini isekai series in the sense that the protagonist is going to a new world, not knowing anything about the new world and learning about it, and showing off how much smarter he is compared to everyone else she is.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, that could be one way to see it.
And secondly, that opening is not a good hype music at the final climax battle.
You have a point. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think I did cringe a little that it was the final hype music, but it was a good cringe. I don't know.
Yeah, like it was. Yeah.
It was awkward in a good way. That's what I thought.
Yeah, the other thing I really enjoyed about Kemono Friends is how much the post-apocalyptic thing is one of the elements that people generally notice, but there's so many other things that go really deep. Like, I actually happened to be having a marathon of it at the same time with some of the members from the club, and yeah, there's some stuff for example, one of them pointed out something about Kaban in the final episode and the way her hands look, and
that
because it's 3D, then that's on purpose, and there's actually a reason behind it, and yeah, some people have actually looked at it and worked out what's actually going on there, and what stuff that leads into later in the show as well. So there's a lot of
yeah,
and even in the season 2 preview there was some stuff about it as well. It's all it's so much depth and
so much attention to detail. I feel like
yeah.
Yeah, you had a last point, Jeroz?
Before that, I just realized something. Like when Kaban was, what happened to Kaban. And then everyone just tried to rescue her, and then the bag fell down to the ground. I was like, oh, Kaban's safe. Let's go. Yeah. One last point.
Yeah.
I'm probably the only one who watched both Kemono Friends and Chain Chronicle ever. So, compared to the 2 games, they are basically both mobile game style, so many characters, one continuous journey, 2 or 3 new character introduced every episode, and one new anime original character being the proxy of the viewers. I feel like Chain Chronicles is compared to Kemono Friends, compared to Kemono Friends, Chain Chronicles got too much plots going on in the sense that they don't allow the character to really flourish because there's lots of like story going on with the Chain Chronicles going down. Whereas Kemono Friends, in the first 10 episodes, there's no plots at all. Basically, go there and then just go, hey, shenanigans, and then just that's it. That's the episode.
Yeah.
So you connected more with the characters instead of letting the plot dragging, like dictating where the story goes.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So probably that's why like Kemono Friends managed to be more friendly towards the wider audience than Chain Chronicles, I feel like. Because
Well, it's in the name, isn't it?
yeah, maybe. But yeah.
I don't doubt that there is also a slightly ironic element to watching Kemono Friends as well. And it's sort of like, this is a shitty show. I can't believe I love it. You know, that kind of feeling.
Yeah, like
I mean,
like I did. I really enjoyed the whole show, but the first episode or 2 episodes or something, where Jeroz, I think, was saying he wasn't a fan of it, and I, when he said that, I was like, oh yeah, I like it, but I can see why people wouldn't. And then you eventually, like, there's stuff like all the silly bits where, like the what's it called, vehicular manslaughter and stuff like that, where it's just like so out of place, and you kind of enjoy those bits a lot as well. I guess that's the kind of ironic kind of thing, because it's kind of really silly but enjoyable.
There's just a lot. There is some stupid stuff and stuff that you can attribute to just terrible animation, which can fuel the enjoyment of another niche that the audience would cover, which is, the ironic watchers, the meme watchers.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, so, Jeroz, what, you give it a 6?
Like, it's so awkward for me in my situation because inevitably I will want to compare to Chain Chronicles, and I did say at the end of the last winter season that Chain Chronicle was mediocre in the sense that everything's so down, everyone's so gloomy that it doesn't really allow the character to flesh out that much, like you don't really love those new characters as much as you could.
Yeah.
This one, I just feel like I'm going into it having know what Chain Chronicle was like, what Chain Chronicle's downfall was, and try to expect something bigger. And I don't know, episode 10, like you said, it's probably the best balance between the two sides of the story. But I feel like the last episode, I just didn't feel enough things to make it a big one. So.
Yeah, to be quite honest, the last 2 episodes, I mean, I did get spoiled, and as a result, that will have impacted my viewing experience personally. But, I mean, it was a very kind of overwhelmingly good end, which, I don't know, I appreciated, I liked it. I have it as a 9 on Mal, and I don't think I would change that ever.
Like I said, it is a positive view. It is a positive experience. I don't think my times are wasted, but I just don't think that this is something I will recommend on the get-go to other people. You know what I mean?
Probably not.
Yeah, because of the big hurdle of entry as well. So I'm just sure. But anyway, this is a positive. I give it a thumbs up. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna put a score.
That's fair enough.